The trick, William Potter, is not minding that it hurts. Lawrence of Arabia. From childhood, we learn that to walk through life, we need to develop a tough skin. We smile through pain, tell ourselves that we're okay when we're not. A little of this is normal. It can be good even. But when it becomes a habit, we start shutting down, numbing. A tough bark begins to form over our heart. We begin to lose touch with our inner essence, the spark of our unique identity. We fall in line with what the world is asking of us. And we're in danger of becoming a cog in a machine, a thing with one face, as Louis MacNeice wrote so powerfully in his poem, Prayer Before Birth. I am not yet born. Oh, fill me with strength against those who would freeze my humanity, would dragoon me into a lethal automaton, would make me a cog in a machine, a thing with one face. Louis MacNeice. There's a passage from Frederick Buechner's book, Keeping Secrets, that captures this idea. He writes, "Life batters and shapes us in all sorts of ways before it's done, but those original selves which we were born with, and which I believe we continue in some measure to be, no matter what, are selves which still echo with the holiness of their origin. I believe that what Genesis suggests is that this original self, with the print of God's thumb still upon it, is the most essential part of who we are, and is buried deep in all of us as a source of wisdom and strength and healing, which we can draw upon, or, with our terrible freedom, not draw upon as we choose. I think that among other things, all real art comes from that deepest self, painting, writing, music, dance, all of it that in some way nourishes the spirit and enriches the understanding. I think that our truest prayers come from there too, the often unspoken, unbidden prayers that can rise out of the lives of unbelievers as well as believers, whether they recognize them as prayers or not. And I think that from there also come our best dreams and our times of gladdest playing and taking it easy, and all those moments when we find ourselves being better or stronger or braver or wiser than we are. This is the self we are born with. And then, of course, the world does its work. The world sets into making us into what the world would like us to be. And because we have to survive, after all, we try to make ourselves into something that we hope the world will like better than it apparently did the selves we originally were. That is the story of all our lives, needless to say. And in the process of living out that story, the original shimmering self gets buried so deep that most of us end up hardly living out of it at all. Instead, we live out all the other selves which we are constantly putting on and taking off like coats and hats against the world's weather. That's what this channel is about, laying aside the hats and coats I had put on over the years and reclaiming the sacred essence that was given to me at the beginning of my life. It's not a finished story by any means. I'm still learning. But one thing I learned was that healing comes in different ways. Sister Miriam James Heidland said, "Everything we've ever experienced lies within our bodies, our hearts, and our minds. I believe all our addictions are trauma responses to our sorrowful mysteries, and most of us spend our life running away from our sorrowful mysteries." She's right on both counts. It's easier to retreat back underneath that bark, to not mind that it hurts. She's also right that our experiences are captured by our bodies as well as our hearts and minds. We are threefold beings. We're body, soul, and spirit, and each part has life, energy, intelligence, memory. So healing too needs to be threefold. We have talk therapy to address the pain in our hearts and minds. Religion or spirituality also tends to address our mind. We don't talk much about the experiences that lie unhealed within our bodies. And as science is beginning to show, the body stores memory and emotion, and this affects our DNA and the DNA of our children and grandchildren. Even if our mind has released a trauma, the body may still be holding on to it. And sometimes, no matter what you believe or what you say or how much you pray, because the body has not released the pain or the memory of the trauma, healing is hindered. The therapy that touches the body is called somatic therapy. Somatic therapy studies how the body stores painful experiences, how it expresses them, and how to release the trauma. It was somatic therapy that taught safety to my nervous system. It was a nervous system that had stored so many unspoken things it did not know how to not live in fight or flight response. Somatic therapy taught me to inhabit my body with presence, peace, and strength. This happened through different ways, through music, sound therapy, storytelling, creating art, time spent in nature, learning to breathe, making tea. These little acts of safety and beauty, these all tell our bodies that we are worthy and that there is beauty and hope in the world. This body healing is what paved the way for the restoration of my identity, personality, intuition, and trust. Because no matter what shaped us or wounded us, no matter what life took from us, there remains a spark within us, an image of the divine, the one who breathes life into dust, who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, who desires more than anything to see us live as whole beings. I'm Rochelle. I'm the founder and owner of Seed of Life Artisan Teas. I blend and sell loose leaf tea creations and have entirely too many books to count. All the tea videos are mine, and yes, I take tea with me on hikes in the woods. The tea life that I stumbled into 10 years ago was the beginning of a healing journey that I've always wanted to share. My dream from the beginning was to create a safe space, a space where you can find tea, yes, but also books, beauty, inspiration, and the ways healing finds us. I write a little on the blog, but life is busy and sometimes a short video is just what you need. Nourish your today, heal your yesterday. Tomorrow needs you. I hope you stay. I know summer is falling, and the geraniums are fading, and the basil's gone to seed, but the sedum is greening by the back fence, and I'd like to show you how purple it will be in autumn. It's the velvet of a winter plum held ready in a hidden limb, the russet flame of ice wine on the tongue. I know the wind blew the dahlias down, and the music is tired as thin milk, and it's raining again, but I'll make you tea with the last of the wild mint, and I'd like to show you how rich it is at the end. It's the unplumbed well of amber summer, smoke of cobalt and sun-warmed linen, a vintage too strong for young veins. Stay a while longer and drink the mint with me, and maybe the next song will be a good one, and we won't pretend it's easy. But if you stay a while, I promise I'll stay too. Thanks for being here. Until next time, this is Threads and Tea.